Guys, welcome down to the dyno room. Now, a little on why we want to do this series. We've recognized that this is probably the most affordable car on the market right now. And if we look behind us to the 350Z, just look at it, man. I mean, this thing is ready to rock and roll. You know, daily driven, it's track driven, drifting. It's pretty much everything you need in one car. So we're gonna do a bit of a series on this one and yeah, get some results soon. So 240 isn't too bad with, I think it's original coil packs, pretty old oil. We have no idea on the spark plugs, so we're gonna do the tune-up next and just see how much we can gain on just doing a tune-up. What do you think?
What, of this beautiful car?
Yeah.
And the Bill series?
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
What do you think it's gonna make? I mean, it made 240 with just stock. Like, I mean,
what are we gonna add to it?
I mean, first we're gonna start with the tune-up. So coil pack, spark plugs, you know, servicing. What do you think we can make extra? What's your guess?
With just that?
Yeah. 5 horsepower? Whole 5 horsepower?
Maybe 5. I'm gonna be surprised with whatever it puts down.
All right, sweet. And then what do you think with when we're done with it, with all the bolt-ons? What are you calling?
Like, what are we calling all bolt-ons?
Yeah.
Going boost or what?
No boost, no boost. Intake, cleanse spacer, bolt-ons.
With stock thingies on there, 260?
260.
Maybe
right.
255?
All right. Hey, so we just dynoed 350. And then
you asked me what it made?
Oh, well, no, it made 240.
Oh.
And then we're going to do the tune-up next.
Yep. Okay.
What do you boys think it's going to make?
You said 240? 240 wheel?
Stock
240 wheel?
Nothing else done.
So, oil change, new air filter, plugs and coils. Right?
5 horsepower.
It made a round.
It made
like
240
exactly.
Yeah, that was its best run.
247.
I was going to say that. I'll go 240. I'll go one under. 246, Bob.
246.
All right, I am going 245.
Okay. I don't know.
Nah.
I mean, it's good, but we'll see. We'll see how we go.
Not bad. If it makes any of those for just a tune-up.
Oh yeah,
like,
I mean it's value adding right there for just
doing basic
maintenance.
maintenance.
Matthew, we just ran 240 horsepower at the wheels on the 350. What do you think it's going to make the tune-up?
First of all, 240. That's awesome. That's like a call out to the OGZ, right?
Yeah, for real. So, what are we thinking we're going to make with just a tune-up? There's plugs, oil, coil packs.
So it did 240 at the wheels pre-tune-up.
Yep. Stock.
I'm gonna say 245.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick up 5 horses.
Right,
he said 7. I said
5.
6. You said 5.
Right, we're calling bets. Okay, so we have our replacement air filter, our replacement spark plugs, just an OEM equivalent, a genuine Nissan oil filter, our Motul 8100 5W30 oil. Now you could use the 5W40, the more sporty oil, but this is what we had in stock right now. So this is still fine, but for more performance-based orientated stuff, the 540 is also a good choice. So be sure to check that out on our website. And lastly is the Z1 coil packs. These things should help with a bit more output, a bit more ignition, a bit more spark, a bit more bang. So yeah, let's get ready to chuck these in. So first job is the air filter. So let's pop this one off. 2 tabs, pop them off here, slide this back and lift out. And this one is pretty manky. Now, an easy way to look at your air filter is to just sort of peel it back and look for any dirt and particles. And as we can see here, this one's pretty full of just bugs and grime. and that's not going to help with horsepower. This is really going to be blocking it up. And while this looks like a bit of an aftermarket air filter, we have no idea of the mileage, no one's cleaned it, and we're starting to see some sort of cracking and stuff we don't like the look of. So this could potentially let things into the engine. It could crumble and, you know, go into the engine from that way as well. So I'm gonna chuck this one in the trash, put a new OEM style filter in there. So real quick before we put this one in, as you can see, this is clean. Actually, I'm dirtying it up with my fingers from the last filter, but inside these little air ducts, so to speak, they're clean. There's no debris, there's no cracking, everything's intact. So we're gonna pop this into our filter here, put it the right way around, and clip it back in. So with any oil change, you want to do it while the engine is warm, not hot. Hot can, you know, the oil can come out really quickly. So a warm engine is good. It makes sure that most of the debris and particles from inside the engine come out. Cold, sludgy oil, it's thicker, it's harder to get out. So we're gonna quickly start this one up, warm up the engine, and then we'll drain the oil. Okay, so now that our engine is warm, we're going to just pull out the dipstick and the oil cap. What this does is allow the air to escape and the oil to drain faster. When everything's sealed off at the top, you know, basically holds the oil in more. So we want to just undo these caps, like so. Pop that in a safe space, and I just like to pull the dipstick up. It doesn't have to come out, just pull it up, and this just allows a bit of air to come in for the oil to drain out faster from the bottom. Just a little top tip. No, just kidding. Hey, real quick, for you guys at home, if you're gonna do this on the ground, please be sure to use safety equipment, jack stands, a quality jack. You know, don't cheap out on safety. It's definitely a big thing. So we're lucky enough to have a hoist here, but if you are at home trying to do this on the ground, please use jack stands, throw a spare tire under the bottom, just anything for your safety. If something was to come down, you're protected. So first we're going to remove the service panel from our Z1 undershroud. This is a really nice bit of kit, and the engineers have really thought this through with just our bolt system and some little hinges here. This allows for easy access for oil changes. So once the drain plug is sort of a little bit loose, you can do the rest by hand and then duck for cover. Now, if you can do this without getting any oil on you, like that, pro. So we've retrieved the drain plug, and that is one sad looking gasket, and that's the reason why we replace it. Is the next time we would try and reseal this, it wouldn't seal, you'd have an oil leak. So it's very important to replace the drain plug gasket after each service. Next, we're going to remove the oil filter. Now, personal preference, I like to pop on the oil drain plug to stop one leak, and it just kind of alleviates the mess. That's just personal preference. It's kind of just coming out in dribs and drabs, which is majority of it. So we're going to quickly plug that one up, and just hand tie it will be fine, and then just wipe away. And it's all about cleanliness, clean and tidy. Just like our driving. Notable mention would be quality of oil filters. Now, this cheapy, you know, performance filter, I've, in my personal experience, have seen poor quality oil filters actually wear engines faster. They don't filter as well, and it gets hotter. A quality and, you know, genuine oil filter, or alike, you know, like a Nismo or something like that, a good quality part is always going to perform better, and that comes down even just to your oil filters. You know, a cooler running oil is more efficient, it will filter better, which means better miles per gallon, lower engine oil temps, the oil stays better and fresher for longer. So even down to what seems like a small decision of an oil filter can really mean you know, a big change in your car and its longevity. So, you know, we sell genuine oil filters here on the Z1 website. And you know, we recommend it because it's the best choice, we believe, for your vehicle. And just hand tight will do. No tighter than hand tight. Now again, with the oil drain plug, we don't want to go too tight, just hand tight, just nip it. And that'll allow for the crush washer to seal, and we won't have any issues trying to get the plug off next time like I just had that time. Okay, now the oil filter and the oil's been drained, we're going to reinstall our oil, and to make this job 1,000 times easier, I'm going to pop in using our Z1 oil funnel. So this is pretty easy, literally just pops in here, screws into place, and we are ready to rock and roll. So we're popping in the Motul 8100 5W30. As mentioned earlier, the 5W40 is also good for this application. But yeah, we're going to pop in the 530. Fresh oil is good oil. Yeah, it's much better than whatever Black Death was in this earlier. So be sure to check out our other YouTube video on our oil guide with Motul. It's really informative, and I think you guys can learn a lot from that. Alright, so the oil's done. We just removed our oil funnel, and this thing just made the job so much easier. I mean, like, exponentially easier. Pop this one off here. Tap, tap. Pop on the oil cap, and then we're going to quickly check our oil level. Where's the hole? That is the great question. Cool. So there's oil in there. We're going to quickly start the car, let it run through the engine, switch it back off, check it one more time, and we're done. Alright guys, we're finishing up here. It's getting late, and we still have the spark plugs and coil packs to go. So we're going to call it a day for today. Come back fresh tomorrow morning. See you tomorrow. Good morning guys, and welcome back to another day. This morning we're going to throw in those coil packs and spark plugs. Let's get started. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to take off this wiring harness, move that out of the way to get to the coil packs, and it's just the 3 10 mils that hold on this harness. And yeah, we're going to be nice and gentle. This car's getting older, things are getting more brittle, so just take our time. Now that we have our coil pack harness loose, we can get access to the coil packs. I believe these are just more 10 mils, and we already found a loose one. So let's get down to disconnecting the plugs and getting our coils and spark plugs out. You don't want a bent coil pack. Slow-mo. No. In the engine bay. Okay. So now that we've got the coil packs out, we're going to remove the spark plugs. I personally, and a lot of other people, will probably recommend to use hand tools to remove the spark plugs. Power tools, you don't get a good feel for if it's actually coming out or if you're damaging anything. So hand tools are great. Takes an extra few seconds, and save your engine with saves any potential damage in the engine bay. So we pulled out the spark plug, and this one looks alright. The white is a normal sign of normal burn. Don't think that that's running lean. These cars stock will run a little bit lean for good fuel economy. So I think you'd be a bit more concerned if it was completely black or covered in oil. Then that would be a big issue. But yeah, we're going to pull out the rest, see how they look, and yeah, put the new ones in. So rookie move here. I probably should have taken off the strut brace first, but we're doing it now and that's what's important. Okay, 3 spark plugs in and now 3 new Z1 coil packs. They just go back in just like OEM, clip the connectors back in, put your bolts back on, and do the same for the other side. So guys, we are all done. We've thrown in our 6 spark plugs and coil packs. Everything's good. We've turned the key, she runs great. Let's throw on the dyno. Alright, so we have it guys. We made a whole 1 more horsepower, or just over 1 horsepower, and a whole lot more torque. Now look, we do know that dyno runs on different days can make a bit more or less power, but I'm pretty impressed that we actually made any power difference at all. And that was just with a tune-up, essentially. So we're gonna unstrap this one now, and we're gonna get ready to do some more goodies. Tune in next time, see what we can get. Thanks guys.